Okay, so get this.
Hmm.
Imagine, like, your AI assistant,
Okay.
not just, knowing what your favorite song is,
Yeah.
but actually understanding, like, why you want to listen to it at certain times
Oh,
based on your age and what's going on in your life.
okay.
Kind of spooky, right?
Yeah, a little bit.
Maybe a little.
Yeah.
But researchers are actually getting closer than you think
Really?
to AI that, like, really gets you on a whole other level.
Interesting.
We've got this research paper today. It's called
Okay.
Multidimensional Insights, Benchmarking Real-World Personalization in Large Multimodal Models.
Wow, that's a mouthful.
I know, it's super dense, but
Yeah.
don't worry. That's why we're here to break it down.
What I find really interesting is
Yeah.
it dives into how researchers are trying to create AI that can actually understand
Okay.
what you need based on not only what you say, but things like how old you are
Okay.
or the complexity of what's going on around you.
So, like, my AI could tell that after a long day, what I really need is, like,
Yeah.
a calming playlist.
Exactly.
Not just any music I've favorited.
Yeah, they're really trying to move
Really?
beyond AI, just processing information to AI, using that information to give you a personalized response.
Okay.
And that's where this MDI benchmark comes in.
Okay, break this benchmark down for me.
Okay.
How do they even test if AI is getting us
Yeah.
on that, like, personal level?
So they used over 500 real-world images
Okay.
across 6 common scenarios. Things like architecture, education, housework,
Okay.
social services, sports, transport.
Got it.
And for each image, they had 2 types of questions.
Okay.
Simple ones to test if the AI understands
Okay.
what's literally in the picture, and then complex ones
Okay.
that require the AI to like reason and analyze
Got it.
what's happening.
So it's like a test with different levels of difficulty
To get
to
access-
see how deep the AI can think about the
Gotcha.
situation.
But here's where it gets really cool.
Okay. They had people of different age groups,
Okay.
young, middle-aged, and older,
Oh, interesting.
come up with the questions.
So now the AI can't just identify objects.
Right.
It has to like understand how someone of a certain age
Yeah.
might interpret the situation
Exactly.
and what would be important to
Yeah,
them.
it's not just
That's
what color is the car,
Right.
but why might that older person
Okay.
be struggling to get into the car?
Interesting.
The AI needs to not only recognize the car, but understand the challenges
Right.
someone older might face.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So did they find an AI that aced this super test
Well,
and totally gets us?
the research points to GPT-4o,
Okay.
a powerful large language model,
Okay.
as showing the most potential,
The hardest.
especially when it came to tackling those complex questions.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But I'm guessing even GPT-4o isn't perfect.
Of course not. No AI is perfect.
Right.
And the study found that even GPT-4o struggled sometimes.
Particularly with questions
Okay.
that required understanding the needs and perspectives
Yeah.
of different age groups.
Can you give me an example where GPT-4o totally missed the mark?
Yeah, so in one scenario,
Say.
they showed the AI an image of an older person
Mm-hmm.
trying to reach something on a high shelf.
Okay.
And the question was, what could this person do to solve this problem?
So you would expect the AI to suggest something like
Yes.
practical and safe,
Exactly.
like asking for help
Yeah,
or using a stool.
you'd think so.
Yeah.
But
Aw.
GPT-4's suggestion jumped to reach the shelf.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Not exactly the best advice for someone who might be
Right.
a little less mobile.
Yeah, talk about missing the nuances of age.
I know.
Right. It goes to show that even the most advanced AI
Yeah.
still has a way to go when it comes to truly understanding our needs,
Yeah.
especially across different age groups.
It seems like creating AI that can understand and respond to people on a personal level. It
It's way more complex than
Yeah.
just feeding it a ton of data.
It definitely is. But the
Right.
fact that GPT-4o did better than smaller models
Mhm.
suggests that the size of the model and the data it can process
Right.
plays a significant role
Okay.
in its ability to personalize responses.
So bigger models, more data, better results.
Researchers call this the scaling phenomenon.
Okay.
Yeah,
But what does this all mean for us?
Right.
Where is this research heading?
that's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Yeah.
The research is still in its early stages,
Okay.
but the potential is huge.
So we're talking about a future where AI could help us learn new things, tailored to like how our brains work best.
Yeah.
Or like plan the perfect vacation based on our age, our budget, what we want to get out of the trip.
Exactly. Imagine a world where education, healthcare, even entertainment are truly personalized thanks to AI that truly gets you.
That's so cool. It's exciting, but also brings up a lot of important questions.
Yeah, like how do we ensure these AI systems are being developed responsibly?
Yeah.
And like how do we protect our privacy when AI needs to know so much about us to personalize our experiences?
Those are crucial questions.
Yeah.
And that's what makes this research so fascinating.
Okay.
It's not just about the technology, it's about shaping the future.
Right.
We want to live in a future where AI is a force for good and benefits everyone.
Okay, so we've laid the groundwork here.
Yeah.
But I'm itching to dive deeper into what this like personalized AI future could look like.
Okay.
And what about those ethical considerations
Right.
we were just talking about?
Yeah, we definitely need to unpack all that
Yeah.
in the next part of our deep dive.
Absolutely.
It's fascinating how the researchers went beyond just, throwing AI at random images.
Right.
They really broke down this personalization thing into like two key parts. How complex are the questions?
Okay.
And the age of the person asking them.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Break that down a bit more for me.
Okay.
What do you mean by
Right.
question complexity exactly?
So think of it like levels in a video game.
Okay.
Level 1, questions in their benchmark. We're all about testing the AI's basic understanding
Got it.
of what's in the image.
Okay.
Like, what's the color of the car?
Yeah.
How many people are in this picture?
Got it. So pretty straightforward stuff, just making sure the AI can pick out the basic info.
Exactly.
What about those higher levels?
Right. Level 2 is where things get more interesting.
Okay.
Those questions require the AI to, like, think critically and analyze the situation.
Yeah.
More like, why is that person carrying an umbrella?
Interesting.
Or what might happen next based on what we see in the image.
Ah, so those level 2 questions force the AI to make inferences and connect the dots.
It's like the difference between recognizing a word and actually understanding the meaning of a sentence.
Yeah. Okay.
And as you might expect, even the best AI models did way better on those level 1 questions than a level 2.
So there's still a big gap between AI recognizing stuff and AI understanding stuff.
Totally.
The way humans do.
Yeah.
But how does age play into all this?
Well, remember how they had people of different ages come up with the questions?
Yes.
Well, that means the AI has to not only understand the image, but also kind of get into the mindset of someone from a specific age group.
Interesting.
What might a younger person focus on versus someone older?
So like a younger person might ask about like the brand of sneakers someone's wearing.
Yeah.
While an older person might be more concerned about whether the sidewalk in the picture is safe for like someone using a walker.
Precisely. And this is where the AI models, even the supposedly smart ones, really show their limitations.
Interesting.
GPT-4S, remember?
Yeah, the one that did the best overall.
The one that did the best overall still had a big drop in accuracy when it came to answering questions for those different age groups.
So even though it could like analyze and reason better than the others, it still couldn't really put itself in the shoes of
it highlights this
someone from a different generation.
This huge need for more research into AI that's not just intelligent, but also empathetic.
Interesting.
Able to understand and respond to all sorts of people.
That makes me wonder if there's a limit to how personalized AI can really get.
That's the challenge, isn't it?
Yeah, because people are complex.
It's not about creating a perfect replica of a human mind, but about designing AI that can recognize and respond to the most important aspects of our needs and preferences.
Yeah.
It's like finding the signal in the noise.
Okay, so we've talked about the challenges, but I'm curious about the potential benefits.
Okay.
What are some real-world applications of this type of...
That's where things get really exciting.
Personalized AI?
But think about education, for example.
Okay.
Instead of a one-size-fits-all approach. Imagine AI tutors that adapt to your specific learning style, your pace, and even your mood that day.
Wow, so no more like struggling to keep up
Yeah.
in a class that's moving too fast.
Exactly.
Or being bored in one that's moving too slow.
Right.
The AI tutor would tailor the experience to you.
Exactly. And that's just the tip of the iceberg.
Wow.
Think about healthcare.
Okay.
Personalized AI could analyze your medical history,
Right.
your genetics, your lifestyle,
Yeah.
to help doctors create custom treatment plans that are more effective and have fewer side effects.
That would be revolutionary.
And it goes way beyond healthcare and education.
Okay.
Imagine personalized AI that helps you manage your finances.
Okay.
Based on your risk tolerance and goals.
Right.
Or AI that recommends travel destinations.
Okay.
Based on your interests, budget,
yeah,
preferred travel style.
Sounds like this type of AI.
Yeah, it's like having
could touch almost every aspect of our
a
lives.
super-powered personal assistant that knows you.
Wow.
Better than you know yourself.
That brings up the privacy question again.
That's a critical point.
Yeah.
And one that researchers and policymakers are grappling with right now.
Right.
It's a balancing act.
Yeah.
Finding ways to harness the power of personalized AI while safeguarding individual privacy.
Yeah.
And ensuring that the technology is used ethically and responsibly.
So it's not just about building like cool AI.
Absolutely.
It's about building it right.
And that's what makes this whole field so fascinating.
Okay.
It's not just about technology. It's about what it means to be human in an age of increasingly intelligent machines.
Okay, so we've talked about the complexities of personalized AI. The challenges of creating AI that truly gets us, and the potential benefits and the ethical concerns. But there's one thing we haven't fully explored yet.
Right.
That whole scaling phenomenon you mentioned earlier.
You mean the finding that larger AI models tend to do better at personalization tasks?
Right. So does that mean bigger is always better?
Well,
when it comes to AI?
It's not quite that simple.
Okay.
What's fascinating here is that while bigger models often show impressive results, they also come with some serious drawbacks.
Okay.
Yeah, for one thing, training these massive AI models requires a huge amount of computing power and energy. We're talking about data centers that consume as much electricity as entire towns.
Wow. So there's like a real environmental cost to all this AI development.
There is.
That's something I hadn't really considered.
Yeah, and then there's the issue of accessibility.
Okay.
These giant AI models are so complex and resource intensive that only a handful of big tech companies and research labs have the capacity to build and train them.
So it creates this like AI divide.
Exactly.
Where only the most well-funded organizations have access to the most powerful AI tools.
And that raises concerns about who controls this technology and how it's being used.
Right, because it's important to remember that AI is a tool.
It is.
And like any tool, it can be used for good or for bad.
Absolutely.
We need to make sure that the development and deployment of AI are guided by, ethical principles.
Exactly.
And that the benefits are shared widely.
It sounds like there's a growing movement to democratize AI, make it more accessible, accountable.
Yeah, and one of the most promising approaches I've heard of is something called federated learning.
Federated learning.
Federated learning.
Have you heard of this?
Yeah, it's a way of training AI models on data that's distributed across multiple devices without actually having to collect all that data in one central location.
So instead of sending all my personal data to Google or Facebook to train their AI models. The AI could learn from the data on my phone, your laptop,
my phone,
and millions of other devices. Without actually accessing our private information.
You got it. The training happens locally.
Wow.
On each device.
Okay.
And only the model updates.
Right.
Not the raw data are shared.
That's amazing. It's a much more privacy-preserving approach to AI development.
It sounds like federated learning could be
It has huge potential.
A game changer.
And it's just one example of the innovative approaches researchers are exploring to create more efficient, ethical, and accessible AI.
It's an exciting time to be following this field.
It is, because the landscape is constantly evolving.
It really is.
Yeah.
So for anyone listening who's feeling inspired and wants to learn more about personalized AI,
okay,
where would you recommend they start?
Well, I always encourage people to, stay curious.
Yeah.
There are tons of great resources out there.
Right.
From online courses and tutorials to blogs and podcasts.
Of course.
Like this one.
Like this one.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And, don't be intimidated by the technical jargon.
Right.
There are plenty of resources that break down complex AI concepts in an accessible way.
So you don't need a PhD.
Not at all.
To start exploring the world of AI.
There's a growing community.
That's great.
Of AI enthusiasts out there.
Okay.
From hobbyists to professionals.
Right.
Everyone's welcome.
Awesome.
It's a collaborative field.
Yeah.
And the more diverse perspectives we have, the better.
This whole conversation has really got me thinking about
the
possibilities, but also the responsibilities that come with developing such a powerful technology.
I think that's the key takeaway here.
Yeah.
Personalized AI has the potential to transform our lives in amazing ways.
Right.
But it's up to us
to
ensure that it's developed and used ethically and for the benefit of all.
It's not just about the technology.
It's about the kind of future we want to create.
Well said.
Yeah.
This has been a truly fascinating deep dive.
It has.
And I hope it sparks some curiosity and maybe even some inspiration in our listeners.
I hope so, too.
Well, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having me. It's been a pleasure.
And to everyone listening, remember, the future of AI is not predetermined.
Right.
It's something we're all shaping together.
Absolutely.
So stay curious, stay informed.
Stay informed.
And most importantly, stay engaged.
Stay engaged. Your voice matters.
The future of AI is in our hands.
And until next time,
keep
diving deep.